I just shot a video, um, and my phone doesn't do a good job of processing the videos through the YouTube platform, and so I was gonna I guess, pull out my computer, transfer the files, and then upload them. But I had another idea that I think is really relevant to the premise behind this watch club I do talk about. And it goes to show that I'm actually so unimpressed with my community, with my country, um, that I do everything in a theatrical way, um, to expose the vulnerabilities of my community, because they don't understand the deeper layers of commentary that I'm making, and I'm actually intentionally making it comical. Not that I read a lot of Shakespeare, but I would love to be a deeply held, well-regarded playwright who can ex- who can demand of his audience psychological truths, be made cognizant, right at the forefront in the moment, to make them healthier people, and do it in a way where there's a timeless heritage, there's a timeless approach in which my legacy is steeped in um, like usable legacy. The poems I would write, the plays I would write, the commentary I would create, um, would be timeless in a class-based, in a classist manner, and yeah. um, do not lead women on. Get your life together as a man, and it goes for women too, but I'll speak about men first. If this watch club of mine, this homoerotic watch club, where it's not actually about buying objects as signals of your status, it's actually embodying a person who then goes out to buy the watch, where the watch isn't aspirational, it's actually who they are. In joining the watch club, men learn to get their lives together, be financially responsible, correctly play out their daydreams, to be able to embody, first of all, to have daydreams, to begin to have daydreams, to daydream the best version of themselves, and then to be able to correctly process the daydream such that they come out on top, to minimize repression of subliminal content, doing that time and time again, so that they become more holistic, in hopes of becoming the Ubermensch. Starting a fraternal order along the way. If you got a young man to embody a process, or to procedurally dissect himself, not as a victim of society, or not as a individual in society, as society is a bullshit idea, or yeah, bullshit idea, bullshit system, they would more quickly become men that can have healthy relationships, and men that can lead women, such that the woman can feminize herself. She can be taken out of society, well, out of industry, and revert back to this charming, innocent state of her childhood. I wish I had that, because I would have ripped into that. I would have been one of the fastest to mature, But now it's that I'm 29 and that didn't happen to me and my life's a mess and I need to masculinate myself, I guess. A part of masculinating yourself is understanding that there's no gender binary. It's actually, if I was to be like really American, I would say psyop. But with the invention and the dominance of the church since the fall of Rome, well, the Christian church, like we've been operating in this like gender binary, where it's like the consequence of it is like if you want to look heterosexual, essentially you give up your ability to daydream because your daydreams are about conquering subliminal power structures, and when you confront these power structures, you inevitably have to confront other men, and in confronting other men, you're going to wrestle with them, and the dominance, besides being physical, is going to be psychological. You're going to find out that there are parts of you that want to rape them, and then you have to confront the homoerotic tendencies inside of yourself to keep maturing. And it's like there's so much pressure against us in this society to not do that. And it's that you have to do that to mature, to be able to have that like hyper ideal version of a woman in your life. And the consequence of like joining a fraternity that's like having homoerotic sex and blah 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 is that the women will hyper feminize themselves, and so they won't exactly have the characteristics of being feminists, or at least not outspokenly deranged liberal type, or what's it called, Democrat type. Yeah, and so the point of what I'm trying to say is what was I even trying to, how did I start this video? Don't cheat on, no, it's not cheating. Oh, don't waste time? No. Masculinate yourself? No. Okay, I don't know, but I already made the point. That was the point. This club would do that. So I'm going to go create some posters. I'm going to see if I get traction. At some level, this is a YouTube channel that's just documenting this vision of mine.